you know, just put more as you go, because by the time you get through doing these vegetables, you're probably going to need to mix up some more. So you can, if you want, just mix up some more. I'm going to throw some paprika in there, and you know, just kind of eyeball it however you want, and some Mrs. Dash seasoning salt as usual, and a little chunk, because I want, you know, size be good, because when it goes in your sauce and it does that, and I just want a little, because I'm making it a little bit. And then these, I'm going to also want to chunk this. So I only use like a wedge. I don't know what you would call it. I can't measure this for you all, but just do what I'm doing. Just follow me. You know, a wedge, a little bit of green pepper, chunky a little, because it's going to cook. It's going to be pretty good. I'm going to show you the size. You know, because this is going to have to cook and get soft in here, because when you're making this lasagna, you don't want big chunky vegetables all up on your, you know, your noodles and stuff, and it's all rocky and stuff. So I'm just going to cut these down, these a little bit down. Not too small, not too chunky. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So you want that taste in there to give. Okay. It's going to be vegetables. So this lasagna is actually, you know, it's going to be vegetables in this lasagna. There's no meat to this at all, but it is delicious. And when I made this myself and started making this up, I made it for my sister-in-law. She is a vegetarian and she was having a baby. And for me, she had a natural birth baby, and I was invited to the natural birth to help her, help her with the baby and all. I didn't get to see anything. I passed out and was laying on the couch, but I was there with her. And after all the stuff that she went through, I decided, her having that baby and actually me being in the room, and she had a water birth baby. I thought that was the most bravest thing that I've ever seen in my life, what little I was up to see before I passed out on the couch. So I thought, for me, I wanted to do something special for her, because anybody who goes through that naturally, because when I had my kids, I was knocked out, honey. It's no way I could have went through any of what she did. I decided to make her a dinner where she didn't have to cook for the kids or anything. The kids that she already had, the older kids. And I had made them lasagna, and I made it up, and I thought, well, you know what? I know they're vegetarians, and I didn't know what to cook for them because they don't have any meat. And I'm usually a meat person, but I love cooking. So I came up with this great lasagna dish, and I took it over to them. They ate this lasagna dish, and that's all they've been asking for. Please make it again. It was so delicious. So I want to share this with you all. So that's what we're going to do. So now that we got these vegetables all cut up, good to go. These have been rinsed. I can rinse these again, and let's start getting the rest of our vegetables together. Okay, I've already rinsed off my zucchini. Now on my zucchini, I want to cut this thin. And there's two ways you can do it. You can do a knife, or you can do a blade. It slices. But today I'm just going to go ahead and use a knife. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So I am just going to take it and go down on it. I'm going to make it. Then I'm also going to add in those vegetables that I did earlier, chopped up. So I want to really cook these down. And I'm just going to mix this up, and I'm going to let these, all of this season. Now, check it out. I'm going to add a half teaspoon of garlic powder. I know I've already got garlic in there, but I don't know, garlic powder, it just does, I mean, that's fresh, but the powder, I just love it. I'm going to add a 1/2 tablespoon of paprika. Same as the Mrs. Dash. Remember I told you I was going to use these seasons over? Same as the Mrs. Dash. But guess what, guys? I'm going to stir this up because I don't want, I want it to be, flavorful. This is going to be so good. It smells good already. Then I'm going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. You're going to need that. And a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. Okay, all these seasons is a tablespoon. A 1/2 tablespoon. And for some reason, I just want to keep saying teaspoon, and it's not. So, oregano. Okay. So, excuse my French, everybody. I am so sorry. Now, I've got a jar of, you can use fresh, but this is quick. So, I'm going to be using a jar of mushrooms. A small jar of mushrooms. That goes in there because I said I'm making a smaller. So, I'm going to put those mushrooms in there. And I'm going to cook this down. And then I have the mushrooms, the juice to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and add that in there. The mushroom juice to the side. Or you can just open up the whole can of mushrooms and just add it all in there at one together. I just drained it and I just use it to the side. Now that it's cooking, I'm going to add some black pepper of your choice. You can use cracked or you can use already cracked for you. And I'm running out of black pepper here. There ain't nothing really coming out. Gotta open me another one. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Anyway, black pepper. I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of seasoned salt. 1/4 teaspoon of seasoned salt. Because I'm making a sauce. I said I was going to put salt or some type of salt. And I like seasoned salt because seasoned salt's got extra seasons into my sauce. So this is going to be the sauce that I'm making. So, and we're going to cook this down because I want to get these vegetables nice and tender. Now I'm cooking this down where it's getting thin. I'm going to add in, it's called Italian tomatoes, chopped tomatoes or penny tomatoes. I can't even say that word good. It's, you know, and it's got inside here, you can find that at Kroger's or your local grocery store with basil and garlic and oregano. So I'm going to be adding a can of that. Any jar. It's already got, the tomatoes are very seasoned. Already seasoned up. So I'm going to be adding that. Now guys, let me show you a trick. I've done all that, right? I'm going to get a jar. And I was going to do it different, but I think for people who don't want to do all that, something easy. I've got a jar of any of your tomatoes, your tomato sauce. You can go get, you know, like if you're cooking spaghetti or whatever, that's what I'm making it. Whatever your favorite is. You can get any brand that you want. I can't even think of the brand. Presto or whatever they call it. You can get any one. You need to open up a jar of this. All right. I had to open that up because I cannot open up jars anymore. Okay, so I've got all this good stuff in here. Now, if I was going to go through the whole way, I would have got the tomatoes, the tomato sauce and all that. You can do that. I'll make that another way. But this is what I call a quick and easy lasagna. So I'm using an off-brand, you know, spaghetti sauce is what I meant to say. I'm going to just use some off-brand spaghetti sauce that I like, that I think is good. You can make it really, you know, from scratch all the way if you want. But this is easy and quick, and it's wonderful. Nobody never thought, do it like that. You're going to add some sugar in here, and you're going to let this simmer for about 20-25 minutes. You can add a half teaspoon of sugar or a whole tablespoon of sugar. Depends on how if you want your sauce sweet or just a little not sweet. But any way you go, I do. Back into the oven and just mix up very well. And the garlic and all that stuff, we just want to make sure that just gets yummy. So if you look at it really closely, it's got your onions here, your tomatoes, your green peppers, and then I think there's a mushroom just fell out of there. Look at that. Mushrooms. So all that good stuff in there with all these seasons and everything is just cooking away. So we get ready to get started on our eggplant, and we're going to be frying up our zucchini. Okay, guys.
Doing crazy dreaming.
there you go. And it should have, there you go. Okay, I've got some oil, probably about a half cup of oil, and I'm going to put my zucchini in that we have done earlier. Put those to the side, and we're going to fry these babies up. Do a couple of these. Okay, so these have been cooking and I am flipping these. So I just want to get a nice little brown on them. That one went in all that brown. Yeah. I want to get that brown on them. And I want to cook these also. Cook them a little bit because zucchini is not as soft and easy as the eggplant. So it's not as soft and easy. So I gotta cook these a little bit longer. Make sure they get a good brownness on them. I'm gonna put some more in here. Okay, so I want them to look nice and crispy like this. But I don't want to overcook this because the oven's going to finish it. I want them to be in place. So I'm just going to take these out and drain these. Now, I didn't tell you, you can cook this with vegetable oil or you can do an olive oil. Any one you want. And you do the same thing as the eggplant as you do in the zucchini. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the eggplant along with the leftover zucchini that I had left to fry. So I'm going to just get a brownness is what I'm looking for because the oven is actually going to cook the rest of these. So I'm going to get these brown on both sides. And we'll see what they look like. Okay, I want to brown these guys. I don't want these to get overcooked because they get real thin and they'll start, melting. So I don't want to do that. I want that to melt in the oven. Okay, guys, I got a cup. This is a cup of mozzarella that I've got in here in a bowl. And I'm going to use a cup of cheddar, shredded cheddar, and Monterey Jack cheese. It's mixed together. You can get that at any of your local stores. And I'm just doing this because it's better sometimes to do this than me shredding everything by hand. But if you got a block of that, just shred that up and put these cheeses together. Then I'm also going to do a half cup of the Parmesan cheese. So they don't come out perfect, but what I did is took a knife and I cut it in half and cut it down, and I'm just gonna place these on top. Then the next thing I'm gonna do to add some cheese on top of this, or you can, and you can layer it any way you want. Actually, guys, after I put the cheese, the cottage cheese on, you're supposed to lay this cheese on top of the cottage cheese, then lay your zucchini, then your eggplant, more cheese because you want to get this cheesy, and then more sauce because you want it saucy. You got to have the sauce, so you're gonna spoon this sauce on it very, very great because you want that sauce to get on down in there. So you're going to add majority of your sauce on here. You know, just layer it the way you want it, but you know, just put it in sections because my layering might not be, because I'll be talking and doing other stuff. So, and I'm just scooting it, so I want that sauce to get on down in there. Yeah, I want it to be saucy. So then after that, you know, you just repeat your steps. Oh, that's right. So then more shells. Very pretty, guys. Then I'm going to put this in a 350-degree oven up on top of a baking sheet, so the baking sheet could be under this just in case it bubbles over. But before I do that, I'm going to take some aluminum foil and I'm going to show you a trick. Alright, I got some aluminum foil that I'm going